Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the language of business. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Arbutus Biopharma. This report is more dramatic than a reality TV show. It's all about a boardroom shakeup and a new captain at the helm. Let's find out what happened. This Form 8K is dated February 24, 2025, so we're getting a snapshot of events that happened right around then. The first big news is a complete changing of the guard in the boardroom. All 7 members of the board of directors decided to step down. That's everyone from the chairperson to the regular members. It's a pretty big deal. The report specifically mentions that this wasn't because of disagreements with the company's operations, so we can assume it wasn't an ugly fight. Following those resignations, 5 new directors were immediately appointed to the board. We have Lindsay Androsky, Robert Allen Beardsley, Joseph Bishop, Matthew Glein, and Anna Hasija. To accommodate this new team, the board size was reduced from 7 to 5 members. With the new board in place, some of the key committees got a makeover. The Audit Committee, which oversees the company's financial reporting, saw Mr. Beardsley, Mr. Bishop, and Mr. Hasija appointed as members, with Mr. Bishop taking the lead as chairperson. It seems like they value making sure their numbers are correct and by the book. The Executive Compensation and Human Resources Committee, also known as the Compensation Committee, now includes Mr. Beardsley, Mr. Bishop, and Mr. Glein. Mr. Beardsley is the new chairperson, and this group decides on the compensation and benefits for the company's top executives. For the Corporate Governance and Nominating Committee, it's Mr. Bishop, Mr. Glein, and Mr. Hasija, with Mr. Glein as the chairperson. This committee is responsible for ensuring the company adheres to the best standards of corporate governance and nominating individuals for board positions. The new directors, Mr. Beardsley and Mr. Hasija, will be getting stock options, an opportunity to buy shares, and cash compensation, as would be normal for non-employee directors. They're each expected to get options to acquire 157,600 common shares, which vest or become fully owned over 3 years, giving them incentive to help improve the company performance. If you want the fine print, the details of the standard director compensation are laid out in their proxy statement filed in April of 2024, and the overall share and incentive plan they filed in May of 2024. Interestingly, Ms. Androsky, the new CEO, won't be taking any director compensation, and Mr. Bishop and Mr. Glein have actually waived their right to it as well. That is certainly unique. Here's where things get more interesting. 3 of the new directors, Ms. Androsky, Mr. Bishop, and Mr. Glein, are affiliated with Roivant Sciences, which is a major shareholder in Arbutus. This connection to Roivant is worth noting, as it suggests a closer alignment between the two companies. Roivant is an interesting company that focuses on developing new medicines and technologies. And here's the big reveal. Lindsay Androsky has been appointed as the new president and chief executive officer of Arbutus Biopharma. This is the most significant piece of news in this filing. She's taking over the leadership role, steering the company forward. Ms. Androsky is 47 years old and has a pretty impressive background. She was the president and CEO of Roivant Social Ventures and has also been special counsel at Genevant. Before Roivant, she was a trial lawyer, even working as an assistant U.S. attorney. She's also got degrees from MIT and the University of Chicago, and she's a registered patent lawyer and a CFA charter holder. As CEO, Ms. Androsky will receive a base salary of $515,000 per year. She's also eligible for a performance-based bonus, which could be up to 45% of her salary. Plus, she's getting stock options valued at around $750,000, all designed to align her interests with the company's success. There are some pretty standard provisions. She'll need to sign an agreement to protect the company's confidential information and inventions. This is common practice to protect the company. If Ms. Androsky is terminated without cause or resigns for good reason, as defined in the employment agreement, she'll get 6 months of her base salary and help with her health insurance premiums. This kind of safety net is common in executive employment agreements. Ms. Androsky is succeeding Michael J. McElhaw, who is serving as the interim CEO. It's always good to remember the interim folks. To let the world know about all these changes, the company put out a press release which is attached as an exhibit to this filing. This is how they communicate major news to investors and the public. So what does all of this mean? Arbutus Biopharma has undergone a major transformation with a completely new board of directors and a new CEO. The strong connection with Roivant Sciences suggests a strategic shift, potentially leveraging Roivant's resources and expertise. It's almost like Arbutus is getting a Roivant injection. With new leadership in place, Arbutus has an opportunity to refresh its strategy and accelerate its growth. The company's success will depend on Ms. Androska's ability to execute her vision and navigate the challenges ahead. It's like the old team retired to clear the way for a new, more exciting team. One potential risk to consider is the company's reliance on the relationship with Roivant. While this connection could be beneficial, it also means that Arbutus's future is tied, at least in part, to Roivant's success. They are now very close to Roivant, which can be a great opportunity or a vulnerability. Overall, Arbutus Biopharma seems to be at a turning point. The new leadership team brings a fresh perspective and strong ties to Roivant. It will be interesting to see how these changes impact the company's future. It's an exciting time. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Corporate Decoder videos.